Boots, Bats and Balls on Six Towns Radio.
Top and bottom of it, my own personal opinion, I think the process is fundamentally flawed. Allowing really trial by media, to be perfectly honest, because by the time the decision was made on the Wednesday, I think the agenda was set. So there was no way, unfortunately, as soon as Charlie was charged, we went through the process because we felt so strongly about it. But if we were honest with ourselves, we felt there was very little chance of us being successful because of the process. The referee says that he didn't see the incident, which we have a view on. Then obviously it goes to the panel. But I just think when the game is taken out of context and incidents are taken out of context and they've slowed down to the nth degree, then they can always look worse than they actually are. Our view, and we stick with the view, was that it was totally unintentional. Charlie wasn't even looking at the play. He was looking to put his foot down to change direction, and then we stand by that. But unfortunately, once the process was set into motion, then we always feared that we'd lose him. The annoying thing, obviously, is that we can never question referees' integrity, and we never would do. I certainly wouldn't. But unfortunately, when we get the written report back in terms of why the decision was made, they question the integrity of my player. So can't really have it two ways. The disappointing thing from our point of view is that we've gone up against an outstanding team in Arsenal and played really well on the day. And come Monday, I think the general view is that the only reason we won is because we kicked Arsenal off the pitch, which was totally not the case if anybody was there and actually witnessed the game at first hand, and that's why we're really disappointed with it.
Mark, this time last season, the early bird season tickets were on sale, but there's a lot of doom and gloom around, and sales were down about 12%. This season, though, you're the team that beats Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal, always beat Manchester City, so it's going to be a bit different for supporters when the season tickets do go on sale again. They've got a lot to look forward to, would you agree?
I'd like to think so. I think it's going to be really exciting, given the makeup of the Premier League this year as well. I think there's a lot of incidents and things that people will want to come and see, and we're pleased with what we produced certainly at the Britannia, so I think that will obviously be in people's minds in terms of whether or not they commit to obviously spending significant amounts of money, so obviously that we don't take for granted, but we realise it's difficult times for some people, but we'd like to think that what we're producing certainly at home is good value at the moment.
There was an article published this week talking about those big games, the Chelsea, Arsenal and Man United games, and saying that although you were up against top defenders, they didn't pack their defences, they're more an attacking side. When you play against packed defence, it's where people come to Britannia Stadium and try and get a draw and this sort of thing, that you do struggle. Would you say there's any truth in that?
There's a little bit, yeah, I think that's fair to say. I think when the onus is on us, we've found more difficulty. Obviously, it's easier to be destructive than constructive. I think that's a fair point. You can get people behind the ball and make it difficult for teams, and that's easier to do than obviously finding the key to the door that unlocks teams. That's more difficult. So it's about making sure that we have that ability, and we've got players in the team that have the ability to unlock that door, as I say, and those creative players are the ones that we'll look to if teams come with a game plan to frustrate and get people behind the ball.
I was going to say, how does that apply to the Norwich game? You're playing away, but they'll obviously be wanting points. Will you be moving forward?
Well, I think you have to have an understanding of what they're likely to do, and obviously, you have to have an understanding very quickly of how the game starts and obviously the personnel you're up against. Sometimes it's not easy to second guess that. So once you understand that, you understand the personnel you're going against and the likelihood of their game plan, then you can match them or plan accordingly. So there's a lot of factors that go into building a performance, certainly away from home. Sometimes it can allow you a little bit more time and space on the counter-attack, but you haven't got the benefit of the Britannia crowd behind you, so that's a huge thing for us.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.